Hello and welcome. My name's Danielle, and today I have a very special guest with us. Her name is Bonnie Melitha, and she is actually very special to me. We've recently connected actually on a beautiful project that we're working on called Stories of the Goddess Divine Frequency Keepers, which is a collaborative book that will be released in 2023 by Radhaa Publishing House. So I want to welcome you, Bonnie. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us, and it's been fun getting to know you.
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you so much for inviting me, and it is a pleasure to be here. And I have had a great time getting to know you too. It's just been so much fun figuring out like what things we have in common and what things we have that we can enhance and help each other with. It's been a good journey. Thank you.
You're welcome. And likewise, I feel like there's so much beauty in this world, and having people who are like-minded and in your vibe tribe is really important. And so I actually want to thank you because I've witnessed in just a short amount of time what kind of beauty and vibe tribe you bring to this world. I've noticed the background that you have, and it's so extensive and it's actually pretty inspiring. So for those who are not familiar with you and what it is you do exactly, and before we dive into the book, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and what led you to where you are today?
Ooh, okay. It's a big question. So a little about my background. I was a theater dancer type, and then went into the film industry, did a little bit of stunt work, which was fun.
Yeah.
But I realized pretty quickly that was kind of not probably the best idea for me. And then became a yoga teacher, which I have been doing since 2000, however long that is. Yeah. So the healing arts, so Reiki, BodyTalk. I've also studied something called biogeometry, which is endlessly fascinating. And so, yeah, just very, very interested in anything that has to do with healing and yoga and how we can become more spiritually connected and how we can become more empowered in ourselves, how we can help ourselves and how we can help one another. Because I sort of see, maybe this sounds a little weird, but I sort of see humans like, I don't know if you've ever been in the woods where there's like a mushroom, like a whole little family of mushrooms. And if you sort of lift up the leaves and the debris that's there, like you can see underneath, it looks like on the top that there are all these different mushrooms, but underneath you can see that it's really, they're all connected by like the roots. They're like, it's all one thing, like all one colony, but they all pop up and look like individuals. And I sort of think we're like that in a way.
Yeah.
And so I think we're so much more connected with ourselves and or with each other and with everything on the planet than we sometimes realize. And I think it's time to not be disconnected any longer and get more reconnected. So anything that sort of brings me into a greater awareness of how to do that and into a greater awareness of how to help other people find that path for themselves if they're interested as well. And so right now I'm doing nothing. That's not really true. I'm doing a lot of things, but kind of nothing based on societal expectations, I guess. My mom recently flew away with the angels, and so I have been fortunate enough to allow myself time to take time and just sort of really figure out who I am now, what things have changed in me from the journey that I went on with her, because there was quite a long time of caretaking with her and little by little dropping all of the things that I had been doing to focus my energy and my attention fully on her, which was, I have to say, of all the journeys I've taken in my life, it was the absolute most beautiful, most blessed journey of all of them. And I am incredibly grateful for that. I'm not grateful that she needed it. I would prefer her not to have needed it. But if she did need it, I'm so grateful that I got to be the one to help her and share that journey with her.
That's
so yeah, I'm just kind of there now, just sorting through myself. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, I'm admiring. Thank you. That's so beautiful. And you know what? Thank you for your service to humanity and to your family, your lineage, your mother. I mean, that's so important. And yeah, in truth, we are so deeply rooted and connected, especially to Gaia, Mother Earth, your mother. And so I feel you have such a big heart. And again, a big heart is very important. And being that I see you as someone who's very good at connecting with other people. And so building a tribe authentically, genuinely, and doing it with, an open, loving heart is such a genuine, rare place to see nowadays. I mean, people do this. There's a lot of people like me and those I work with. However, it's just so amazing when you're able to connect with individuals who are holding that frequency and actually a living testament. So I know your mother was so appreciative, and there's something special about the work that you're doing. So with that being said, you and I connected actually through a project that we're both working on right now called Stories of the Goddess. And so being that all this was kind of happening, can you share with us a little bit about how you were able to hold this space as a frequency keeper, attend to your mother, and then the synchronistically connection to you in this book? Could you share with us what inspired you to share your testimony in this book as a frequency keeper? And if you'd like, you can actually share your goddess as well. I don't want to give too much, but I want to let people know what you're working on a little bit so they understand where I'm going with this.
Sure. So the way I came to share the story that I'm sharing with in this book is because back in the spring, I created a summit called Inner Goddess Summit. 21 amazing women about the goddess, like what is the inner goddess to you, and how has it shown up for you, and how do you use it in whatever questions, just anything about the inner goddess to help sort of, for me too, to understand that concept better. I mean, we all have heard of the goddess, of the archetypal goddess, and we sort of live in a society that is more about God, not goddess. And so I really wanted to delve into that deeper, and especially because I grew up in the South, in the Bible Belt. And so it's sort of, you don't really go there, anything taboo. Maybe not so now, I don't know. But when I was growing up, really, like, you didn't go there. And so I really wanted to explore that, and I wanted to know more about it for myself, and I wanted to sort of put it out there for others. So through that journey, I met Radhaa from Radhaa Publishing House and had the honor of interviewing her. And you know how wonderful that is. And so then after that was done, I'm, taking care of my mom, whatever, and we kept in contact. And so I found out through her about this project, but wasn't really sure, what was it going to share. But just before, Radhaa really started to dive into connecting all of us and really getting the project up and running, my mom flew away with the angels. And that process was probably one of the most divinely connected experiences I have ever had. And so what I did and how I took care of, and she said, Bonnie, I don't know if this is too soon, if it's too raw, but if it's not, would you consider sharing this? Because this is something people want to do, don't know how to do. Could you please share and inspire and help people know that that's possible? So that's how I came about sharing that. And so my goddess that I sort of delve into there, it was so much about Mother Earth. And I was raised so close to the earth, so close to nature, and with so much honor and respect for being a good steward of Gaia or grandmother spider or whatever you want to call her, depending on, you know, what background you look at it from. Pachamama, there's so many names.
Yeah, yeah, that's so beautiful. And I even told you, I was like, there's so much like divine, you know, synchronisticness to this whole experience for you. And even the call that we were on, one of our first calls, I was like, oh my gosh, like you're even being unknowingly, like you're being a guide, a motherly, like not motherly, but like you're nurturing through the goddess energy archetype to comfort me in my choice of what I'm choosing to write about. And that's what we do for each other, is like, and we don't even know we're doing it for one another, because we're all frequencies holding a space, but we're also still, you know, in some cases working through some stuff and growing. But it's through a lot of our growth that we share these I mean, like, words of wisdom, or, you know, I always say that, but it's deeper than that. It's a frequency, because when people read this book, they're going to be transformed. And it's not to say that one person's better than the other. It's to say, hey, we've been through this too. And I feel like you have so much to bring forth, especially when it comes to not only Gaia, but also just your energy as a human, because you have such a big heart. So could you share with us a little bit about what this book means to you, and how maybe others can be a part of it if this is something they feel called to do? Because, as you know, we're still looking for a few more women that might be feeling the call. So this is kind of an invitation too for others who may not be familiar with the work that we're doing. So if you could explain to those who might not be that familiar what, you know, whatever it is you would like to share.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, definitely if it calls to you at all, I would say for sure, you know, connect with Danielle and find out how you could be involved. Because for me, at least, and I think probably for all of us, because, you know, with the connections that I've had with you and with other women in the project, I know for me, writing and working on this chapter has helped me not only to express for other people to be inspired if they were to choose to do something similar, or maybe have chosen to do something similar, but it's also helped me my own emotions, my own feelings, and really understand. I have gained so much understanding, so much more understanding about my mom, about her process, about why she wanted the things she wanted. You know, it's like, just to throw this out there, I mean, for example, as a child, I remember her saying, when I go, I just want to be thrown on the compost pile. And I never really understood that, but now I do. I understood completely now. I get it now, what it is that she really wanted. It's not necessarily that she just wanted to be like tossed aside. That wasn't it. It was so much deeper, so much richer. It's so much fuller. And if I had not had the opportunity to write this, I don't know that I would have, the understanding would not have been as complete and as deep. So I'm really, really grateful for that opportunity. And I would just say, you know, if this calls you at all in any way whatsoever, jump on it. You know, I know there's not many spaces left, so absolutely jump on it before there are no spaces left. And, you know, talk to Danielle and see if it is for you, because it really, it can really help you in your own journey and help you understand yourself better.
Yeah. And that, you know, I know that you know yourself better than, you know, you're giving yourself credit for. So I just want to assure you that I know, and that's why I want to express so much gratitude for you, because, you know, I see you, I understand your heart, and I felt so like I said, these calls are really great because because it's also a coaching program. So you're also stepping into your leadership. And so we do meet It's a very supportive group, and we hold space for a sacred container. And then beauty of all this is a lot of these women are actually healers. They've been doing this for years. So they're stepping up into their leadership and doing their own activations. And so we're supporting each other. So this book, guys, is to help us all rise together individually, but together, and then as a unity. So there's so much magic that's happening. This book is powerful. I already feel it. It's going to be, it is big. And so, I'm getting the chills. It's going to be I think what I'm trying to say, it's going to blow our minds, because we just have no idea the power that we have. And this is the beauty of the goddess work that we're doing. And it's a rise, and we're, an empowerment. We're all pillars, So I just want to thank you so much for even hopping on this call. I know we're all very busy, especially at this time of year, and contributes. This is her beautiful photography that I wanted to share with everybody. But also, guys, if you have any questions, you can always contact me. I'm available through Zoom, phone call, or text, and of course, online. So thank you again, Bonnie, and we will be sure to leave all your information down below so our viewers can contact you directly as well. And much blessings to you. And any last words you want to give before we head out?
Oh gosh, I love you. All of you. I just do. It's like, I don't know. It's like every day that I'm alive, I think I just love more. So yeah, I just love you.
Yes, love bugs. I love it. All right, my dear. Well, you have a wonderful night. You guys too. And until next time, bye for now.
Ciao.